Hi, welcome to The Journey. My name is Nayoka Asiedu. Now, the intent, the purpose, and the reason for The Journey is to inspire, to motivate, to encourage, and to let everybody know that they have potential, you have a gift, you need to utilize it. Otherwise, it's going to waste, and the world is missing out on one more amazing person. Now, I call this segment Building Bridges. Why? Because we all need a bridge to get from A to B, to cross obstacles, to get to one side, we all need to get somewhere. And so that's why I call this Building Bridges. Now, today I have with me an amazing designer, an amazing woman in general, and her name is Claire. So Claire, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
What is your surname?
Dampare.
Dampare. Claire Dampare kind of has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know that you're a designer, or rather a milliner. So milliner, you make hats?
Yeah.
I believe you're sporting one today. Talk me through it.
This actually came to me when I decided to make a fascinator for ascot, and I thought, actually, let me go smaller, even though it's not in the rule book. I decided to make a smaller piece.
Okay.
I didn't end up going in the end because I've got quite a few things to sort out, engagements and things like that. So yeah, it's just, I could be sitting on a bus and then something just comes to me and I have to make something, otherwise I'll just forget it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between a fascinator and a hat? Is it the position that it sits? Because I call it a hat and I think that's the wrong term for it.
Well, there's hundreds of terms for the different types of fascinators, but fascinators, they tend to be smaller. So, like this piece. But a hat is sort of like what, you'd see a woman wearing to church or a wedding or something, the big brim and everything.
Okay. So what makes you so unique? I mean, there are a number of milliners, although I don't know them all. How would people be able to distinguish Alexaire? Is that what you call yourself? Is that your name as a designer?
Box. Yeah.
Alexaire's box. It has such a lovely ring to it. How would they be able to distinguish what is Alexaire and what is Milliner or another milliner?
It's the combination of African fabrics and the hat fabric, which is actually Filipino. So I like to have the culture clash theme in my work, because living in London, there's so many cultures, and I missed that a lot when I went to uni. So I thought, actually, that's what I'm going to base my work on.
Yeah, bring it. You took it with you. You definitely took it with you. So how long have you been creating or designing fascinators for?
I started in 2010, but didn't really get into it until 2011.
Okay, and you've been doing that since? Do you dedicate all of your time to it?
Pretty much, yeah.
So this is your passion. Have you faced any challenges trying to break into the industry? I mean, is there a millinery industry? Could I call it that?
Yeah. Well, at uni, I went through quite a few challenges. There was one tutor in particular, he was the head of department. Okay. He was always it felt like he was against me all the time. Okay. And he used to discourage me. He actually told me not to go on to the third year as I was doing a foundation degree.
Why? What would prompt him to say such a thing?
He thought that I wouldn't do well. And I was thinking, well, okay, maybe what he's saying is true. So one day I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Then the following day I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to do this. So it doesn't matter whether I get a first or a third, as long as I've actually done it, given it a go. I've got something to tell people.
Absolutely.
So that's what I did.
Nelson Mandela said, I'm not sure if you've heard the saying, but he said, it always seems impossible until it's done. And I believe you are halfway there, if not already there. I mean, it depends on how you look at it in your eyes. So where did you study? Bournemouth University, and they offer the millinery course?
No, I was actually doing a jewellery design course, and I accidentally, not accidentally, but I tripped up on a book on millinery, and I was like, oh, actually, that could be interesting, and then I ended up making that for my third year project. Okay. And all my other tutors were like, yeah, go for it, it's different, because everyone else is making, diamond rings and stone set things, and they were like, that's what makes your work different. So so I just went down that route.
Absolutely. So do you have a pop-up shop, or do you have a website where you sell your fascinators or anything like that?
Yeah, on Etsy.com.
Etsy?
Yeah.
Sounds like a hat. What is Etsy? What's Etsy?
It's basically a website where like craftspeople can sell their things. And there's quite a few good designers there. There were only a few African hat designers there.
I mean, what are your price ranges?
Between 50 and 200. That was for a really big piece. So
there you go. That's exactly what I mean. But I think that's because it's just such a unique craft.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Hopefully in a department store, sorry. You know, maybe John Lewis or Debenhams or something, like selling my fascinators there.
Okay.
It's like there's, you know, the prints and everything. It's all in fashion now, so
that's true.
It might not be in fashion in 5 years' time, but it could come back. It will come
back.
That's
true. I mean, fashion, it just kind of goes round in a circle. Yeah. So definitely some years from now, we will see more fascinators, even if they do go out of fashion in a short time to come. So one last question, I call it the jackpot question. If you could change anything in the world, anything at all, what would it be?
I would like to change the way people look at like the creative industries.
And how's that?
It's sort of like they think of creativity and they're like, oh, you're going to be an artist, you're going to be painting in Leicester Square, you know, £5 per picture. But it's not actually like that. It's, you know, you have to be serious about it. Yeah. It's like law as well. You've got to be serious about it, otherwise you won't get anywhere.
So Claire, I want to thank you so much for joining me, for sharing your story with us, for sharing your challenges for that matter. And as I know the saying, I'm not sure if you know it as well, but do not despise the beginning of small things. And you are a testament to that because, I mean, look at where you are now, look at where you've come from. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you for that, and I hope that it inspires many.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Thank you again for watching the journey, and I hope that you will be encouraged to pursue your dreams and your career, not necessarily chase it, but allow it to come to you. But definitely have a vision of what you want to do and aim for that vision. Hit the target and come back and share your story with me.